Participation trophies. Do they exist in real estate? If you're a millennial like me, you probably got a lot of these puppies, but do they translate into real life? Will these things really build your resume? Are they gonna make you the bajillionaire I know you deserve to be? Let's talk about it. Okay, so if you haven't noticed already in the past 0.5 seconds, the format is a little bit different. My loving subscribers, if you haven't noticed, I'm now outside and I have a really fancy doodly dad that allows the audio to be as crisp and as beautiful as possible. I bet you guys did not know I was just this charismatic. So let's get to the point here, which is participation trophies. I know we grew up with them. I know we have collected thousands upon thousands of them for all the club soccers we did in the 5th grade, and club baseballs, and maybe swim team, or fencing if you were a little bit more on the spicy side, or like to think that you were a Jedi Knight. I might have done both. Here's the thing. Participation trophies and how they relate to real estate. Participating is basically experience, okay? And I'm not gonna say experience don't count, but what I am gonna say is experience mostly counts when you realize that most of the things you really needed to know in real estate, you could have done from the beginning. See, there's this idea in society, which might apply in other industries, I don't know, but in real estate, you don't really have to be in it for 20 or 30 years to know exactly what you're doing. Most of it is just truly understanding a bigger truth. And that is the fact that in real estate, everyone calls you young or calls you not good or this, that, the other, because they don't want you to be the competition. You get that? They aren't that good. I have seriously not gone up against any broker who was notably better than me at anything. I'm 25. The average broker age is like in the 50s. I do know my stuff. I did study. I did the things I was supposed to do. But honestly, if you have a college degree, heck, if you just did AP honors in high school like the whole time, dude, you have the mental capacity to do this. A lot of this, and a lot of just truth in the world, is the fact that nothing is rocket science unless it is indeed rocket science. So what ends up happening? Think about it. What ends up happening effectively in an industry where you could literally have a 24, 25, a kid right out of college do what you do at 50? What you do is you start making it sound harder than it is. You compartmentalize them. You slow their growth so that you, as a 50-year-old, can keep your job and keep your salary up because you want your income to keep increasing. Heck, in a way, I don't blame them for doing it. But the fact is, it's a lie. You can do anything you want to do. So here's the thing. And here's the point of this. You don't need to collect 1,000 participation trophies, okay? Get 1 or 2, because you need to at least know how to play the sport. But after that, go get the real trophies, man. You don't need to go year after year getting this piece of junk. Go out there and actually do it. Because the main thing, especially in real estate, is just combining. Because everyone's going to say perseverance. Yeah. Let's take that a step further. What I like to think of it as combining mind, body, and soul into everything you do, okay? And that's what takes so long to get. That's the problem that so many people get, because they think perseverance is just like, slamming phones, like maybe being like yelling a lot, or like not thinking and just doing it, or thinking a lot because you're dumb, like I gotta be able to think better. No, it's the combination of the three. Mind, body, and soul. This is just like probably just true in life. I'm pretty sure it's on the top of Elon Musk's like giant garage that builds rockets. Says something like that too. And I'd like to think that guy's pretty good at what he does. And he's an entrepreneur, which inherently is a lot like real estate because you're all little companies. If you watch my other videos,
Yeah, it's the same basic mentality. Again, we're not building rockets, but we are selling real estate. So just commit. Don't compartmentalize yourself. Don't tell yourself you need 1,000 of these, because these are hollow. These don't actually mean much. I meet a lot of people in my field, like 20 years in and all this. They're not better. Being here for 20 years doesn't make you better. Yeah, being around for a year or two, it helps, because if you truly did go cold turkey, yeah, there's a couple of the nests. But if you were paying attention, if you were working in those couple of years, not even a couple of years, in a year, you should have figured it out. You should have gotten mentors. You should have gotten all these people to help teach you how to be just as good as the guy with 1 billion of these. The guy who could line the whole block with these. Because what's really gonna impress your client, because let's look at it this way. I just said all that about how you don't need it. Let's think about it from a marketing perspective. Saying you have 20 years experience is neat. Yeah, it helps. But here's the thing. All you're doing is lining up participation trophies. You put up one real trophy that says first place on it, and it's something notable, like if you did a really big deal, that means so much more than these things. Because I guarantee there's been a lot of people who have been alive longer than you or anyone you've ever known. But that doesn't necessarily make them Elon Musk, okay? It doesn't make them Steve Jobs. It makes them them, and then they got older and they did nothing impressive with it. In fact, the main thing I tell my people who are wary of, working with someone who's young like me is hey, shouldn't you be concerned that guy has a bajillion of these, but no real trophies? Shouldn't you be concerned that you are just guaranteeing mediocrity? If you work with him, you have guaranteed mediocrity. Why not go with the kid who, actually has done a few things and shows real promise of making it happen? I mean, honestly, guys, the people who make it in life start on a trajectory of being self-reliant and making it work at a young age. Everything does take time. I'm not going to completely miff the idea that, you don't need time, that you don't need life experiences. I'm saying maximize them and get them quickly. You can learn fast if you allow yourself to, if you don't put yourself in those mental traps that these are the things that will make you smart. They don't. They don't do crap. If anything, they may give a promise of something that isn't necessarily true, right? Might be some truth to that in general with these puppies. Same with years of experience. Same thing. Don't fall into that trap. Actually go out there and push every single day. Think through what you're doing and don't quit. See, everyone says don't quit, pick up the phone. But here's the thing. I do higher level sales, like commercial real estate, bigger ticket things. I have people, the games everyone plays and everything, they all get tired, or they all get frustrated, or they lose their nerve or something at the critical point. And that's where the experience, aka honestly maturity, actual human growth, not time growth, that's where you see the difference. That's the only area you will actually find a difference with these things. And sometimes it takes a little bit of these to be able to handle the critical moments. But again, in reality, it's a character trait. It's a character trait of not giving up in the critical moments. It's not that you called 100 people. That's one aspect. That's numbers game. But the real thing that makes it work is how much you pushed at the last quarter, at the very last second. That is the only thing that is really going to make the difference with anything. And you can achieve something like that ability, that critical moment kind of clutch status, if you will, whatever it is, for your situation, you can achieve that sooner rather than later, because that is an underlying character trait that you yourself have to develop. These won't give it to you. They can allude to giving it to you, but at the end of the day, hollow. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this. You should really consider subscribing to my channel. You should consider going to my website, because I got other cool stuff there, guys. If you wanted to learn a few more things than that, go to the site. You should go to the site. The site's pretty dope. All right, guys. Have a good one. Bye.